Alright, so welcome to today's Mozu Anatomy question series, and this is the 16th of our question. So 18 says a patient presents with a slowly growing occlusion. Occlusion means blockage, right, of the axillary artery in its second part. That is deep to the pectoralis minor. Surprisingly, the patient still has a strong pulse at the wrist, and the arm is warm and peak, meaning that even though the second part of the axillary artery is damaged, the patient's arm is still working. So which arterial anastomosis is acting as a critical bypass to maintain blood flow to this arm. So there's still blood flow to the arm. However, the axillary artery, which supplies most of the arm, majorly, is damaged because first of all we have the subclavian artery, which becomes the axillary artery in the axilla, and then it now continues as the branchial artery, that is after the teres major, lateral part of the teres major. Okay, but the axillary artery second part is damaged. The axillary artery has three parts, or three gates, or let's say three parts. Yeah, first part has a branch, second part has two branches, which is the lateral thoracic artery and the thoracoacromial artery. The third part has three branches, which are we have the posterior and anterior circumflex humeral muscles, arteries rather, and then we have the subscapular artery. The first part has a branch, which is the superior thoracic artery. Yeah. So the second part is blocked. However, there's still blood flow. So how did it continue as the brachial artery? How did it bypass that blockage? What happens is that the subclavian artery has a branch, which is the suprascapular artery. So the suprascapular artery comes towards the back. It curves towards the back of the scapula. Normally, blood flows upward there, but in that case, it's flowing back downwards, right? And then it now joins to the circumflex scapular artery. The circumflex scapular artery is a branch of the subscapular artery in the third part of the axilla. So that's where the blood joins and then continues to the arm. So that is how there was still blood flow to the arm. There was a bypass. It has to bypass that blockage in the axillary artery, and it has to anastomose at the back of the scapula. So the answer, basically, we can look at the options. The answer is B, suprascapular to the circumflex scapula. A, C, and D are anastomosis, right? But they are not related to bypassing the second part of the axillary artery. So yeah, the answer is B. So yeah, happy new year. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.